Namaskar. I am Akhil Srivastav and I welcome you all in the weekly weather discussion of Indian Meteorological Department. In this discussion, we will see how was the weather during past 1 week and what we expect in terms of weather during coming 2 weeks. If we see the weather with the help of the satellite imagery during past 1 week, on my left hand side, it's the image taken from the InSat 3D where different kind of systems which impacted India are displayed. On the right hand side, this is the animated image from the satellite, which is showing us the movement of different systems which affected the Indian region. If we see on the northern side, it's showing us the different western disturbances which affected the Indian region. So there was a western disturbance which affected during 24th to 25th over the Indian region. Then there was another western disturbance during 24th to 27th, and one recent one from 28th of February to 1st of March. If you see on the southern side, that is the main system which is going to impact India, and it is the low pressure area. And it started from the state of Malacca around 26 and 27. There was cyclonic circulation. It started and moved to west northwestwards, and it was on around South Andaman Sea on 28th. And it was formed as a low pressure area over southeast Bay of Bengal and Atlantic Equatorial Indian Ocean on first, and was situated over central parts of South Bay of Bengal and Atlantic Equatorial Indian Ocean on 2nd of March. If you see other system, then there was a induced cyclonic circulation which formed around 25th and 26th of February over southwest part of Rajasthan. There was cyclonic circulation situated over western parts of Madhya Pradesh and adjoining eastern Rajasthan. And there was trough which started from the cyclonic circulation up to Assam across different parts of the country, including Bihar, Jharkhand, and Gangetic West Bengal. This cyclone circulation shifted over East Madhya Pradesh on 25th, and the trough also started from this cyclone circulation up to Assam. There was cyclone circulation over Bangladesh during 24th and 26th of February. There was cyclone circulation over Odisha and Marathwada, which was seen on 1st of March. These were the main weather features which impacted India, and these weather features can also be highlighted with the help of the animated image from the satellite, where you can see on the north side the movement of the clouds which are showing the movement of western disturbances, and towards south we can see the development of a low pressure area in the Bay of Bengal region. If we see the 24-hour accumulated rainfall, that is a significant amount of rainfall which is recorded over different parts of the country. When we talk about 24-hour rainfall, it starts from 8:30 hours IST of the previous day to 8:30 hours IST of the day on which the rainfall is recorded. So we are here displaying the rainfall which is recorded 2 centimeter and more. However, in this map, all the rainfall for this past 7 days, cumulative rainfall has been displayed. On 25th of February, in Chhattisgarh, in Balrampur, 5 centimeter, and Jamshedpur, 3 centimeter rainfall was recorded. In Jharkhand, Ranchi, 3 centimeter. In Gangetic West Bengal, Bankura, 3 centimeter. Uttarakhand, Buntar, 2 centimeter. HP, in Kalpa Manali, 2 centimeter each rainfall was recorded. These are all the locations where the rainfall has been recorded more than 2 centimeter. If we talk about the heavy rainfall, then we can see that on 28th of February, Andaman and Nicobar Islands reported heavy rainfall, where Nankau reported 9 centimeter and Car Nicobar reported 8 centimeter of rainfall. On 1st March, again Nicobar Island reported 8 centimeter of rainfall. If we see the reports about the thunderstorm and hailstorm, which were seen during past 24 hours and recorded at 8:30 hours IST of 25th of February, then we can see there was isolated thunderstorm was observed over Jammu Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan, Muzaffarabad, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Chandigarh, Gangetic West Bengal, East Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, and Bihar. And also isolated hailstorm was also observed over Uttarakhand, Southeast Uttar Pradesh, East Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Jharkhand, and Arunachal Pradesh. Along with on 26th February, again hailstorm was observed at a few places over Haryana and Delhi, and at isolated places over Punjab and West Uttar Pradesh. Hailstorm was also observed on 28th February over Chhattisgarh, Gangetic West Bengal, and Jharkhand. Then again on 3rd March, that is starting yesterday, it was reported at isolated places over northwest Rajasthan and sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Sikkim. Now, if we talk about the weather features as of today, that is synoptic features which are impacting India today, then with the help of satellite imagery, we can again see that the low pressure area, it has further intensified into a depression, and today morning at 11:30 hours IST, it was located around 6.1 degree north to the latitude and to the 83.4 degree east longitude. It was about 700 kilometers southeast of Nagapattinam, and it was 760 kilometers southeast of Puducherry and about 840 kilometers southeast of Chennai. It is very likely to intensify further into deep depression during the next 24 hours, and it's likely to move northwestwards along and off east coast of Sri Lanka towards North Tamil Nadu coast during next 48 hours. Also, there's a western disturbance as if you see the cyclonic circulation over North Pakistan and neighborhood, and there's a trough aloft and middle and upper tropospheric westerlies with its axis at mid tropospheric levels roughly along longitude 72 degrees east to the north of latitude 26 degree north. We can also see there's the induced cyclonic circulation which has formed over West Rajasthan and neighborhood at lower tropospheric levels. If we see the weather forecast for the next 2 weeks, that is from 3rd of March to 16th of March, then first going with the severe system, which is the depression over Bay of Bengal, then we are expecting that on 3rd of March, light moderate rainfall, thunder showers at a few places is likely over coastal Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Karaikal. On 4th March, there will be some increase in intensity and light to moderate rainfall, thunder shower at many places, with isolated heavy rainfall is likely over the coastal Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Karaikal. Along with it, light to moderate rainfall, thunder shower at a few places is likely over south coastal Andhra Pradesh and Rayalaseema. On 5th and 6th, we are again expecting rainfall, thunder shower at most places with heavy to very heavy rainfall at isolated places, very likely over north coastal Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Karaikal. Light to moderate rainfall at many places along with isolated heavy falls is also likely over south coastal Andhra Pradesh and Rayalaseema. On 7th March, light to moderate rain thunder shower at most places with heavy to very heavy falls at isolated places is very likely over North Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Karaikal. And also isolated heavy falls are likely over South Coastal Andhra Pradesh and Rayalaseema. If we talk about wind associated with the depression, which is currently over Bay of Bengal, then we are expecting squally wind speed, which reaching 45 to 55 km per hour and gusting to 65 km per hour, very likely to prevail over southwest and adjoining west central Bay of Bengal, Gulf of Mannar, along and off Tamil Nadu, Puducherry coast. Squally wind speed 40 to 50 km per hour, gusting 60 km per hour are also likely over equatorial Indian Ocean on 3rd of March. These squally wind speeds are likely to gradually increase and they will become 50 to 60 km per hour, gusting to 70 km per hour over southwest and adjoining west central Bay of Bengal, Gulf of Mannar, and along and off North Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, and South Andhra Pradesh coast on 4th and 5th March 2022. Also, this squally wind speed will reach 40 to 50 km per hour, gusting to 60 km per hour. They are likely to prevail over west central and adjoining southwest Bay of Bengal, and along and off North Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, and South Andhra coast on 6th of March. If we talk about sea condition, then we are expecting sea condition to be rough to very rough over southwest and adjoining west central Bay of Bengal, Gulf of Mannar, and Comorin area, and along and off Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, and South Andhra Pradesh coast during 3rd to 6th of March. Sea condition will be rough to very rough over adjoining equatorial Indian Ocean on 3rd of March. We are also issuing a fisherman warning, and fishermen are advised not to venture into southwest and adjoining west central Bay of Bengal, adjoining equatorial Indian Ocean, Gulf of Mannar, Comorin area, along and off Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, and South Andhra Pradesh coast till 6th of March 2022. If we talk about rainfall over other areas of the country, then overall we are expecting that precipitation is likely to be above normal for most parts of South Peninsular India and Western Himalayan region, and it is likely to be below normal over rest parts of the country during the first week. It is from 3rd of March to 9th of March. Now, as we are seeing that there's a western disturbance over North Pakistan and neighborhood, and there is also induced cyclonic circulation over West Rajasthan, as we saw in the today's synoptic situation, then under their influence, we are expecting fairly widespread to widespread light moderate rainfall, snowfall with isolated thunderstorm lightning over Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, Gilgit-Baltistan, Muzaffarabad, and Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand during next 24 hours. We are also expecting isolated light rainfall over Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, and West Uttar Pradesh during next 24 hours. A strong surface wind with speed up to from 25 to 35 km per hour are also likely to prevail over Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, and Rajasthan on 4th, and over most parts of plains of northwest India on 5th of March. Also, we are expecting a fresh western disturbance to cause isolated to scattered rainfall, snowfall on 5th, and fairly widespread to widespread light moderate rainfall over Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, Gilgit-Baltistan, Muzaffarabad, and Himachal Pradesh. And isolated rainfall, snowfall is also likely over Uttarakhand on 6th and 7th March 2022. Isolated heavy rainfall is also likely over Jammu Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan, Muzaffarabad on 6th of March. Under the influence of induced cyclone, we are also expecting isolated light rainfall activity over adjoining plain areas on 6th and 7th March of 2022. Other than these areas, generally dry weather is likely over remaining parts of the country during more days of the first week. These same weather forecast and warning is displayed over here with the help of multi-hazard map, where on the left hand side you can see the different kind of warning which have been issued. Then we can see on third there's a thunderstorm warning for the Western Himalayan region and for the central India. Also, we are expecting squally weather along the coast of Tamil Nadu. Same way, if we are seeing on this 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, then we are also issuing the heavy rainfall warning for Tamil Nadu and coastal Andhra Pradesh regions, and also squally weather along and off these coast. So all this information can be directly accessed also in the real time from our website as well as the Twitter and Facebook handle for any updates. If we talk about the week 2, that is rainfall for week 2, starting from 10th of March to 16th of March, then under the influence of western disturbance and its associated induced cyclone circulation, we are expecting precipitation activity to be normal to above normal over northwest India during the second week. However, rainfall activity is likely to be below normal over the rest parts of the country. If we talk about maximum temperature and heat waves for week 1, then we can see that the maximum temperature departures, they were above normal by 2 to 4 degrees centigrade over West Rajasthan, Gujarat, West Madhya Pradesh, Vidarbha, Kerala and Mahe, Punjab, Konkan and Goa, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Karaikal and coastal Andhra Pradesh and Annam. These were near normal or slightly below normal over rest parts of the country. Now what we are expecting during the first week is that the maximum temperatures are likely to be above normal by 2 to 3 degrees centigrade over most parts of northwest India, East India and Northeast India, and they're likely to be near normal or below normal by 2 to 3 degrees centigrade over rest parts of the country. And we are expecting no heat wave is likely over any part of the country during the first week. If we talk about second week, that's from 10th to 16th of March, then there's likelihood of gradual rise in maximum temperature over most parts of the country as compared to week 1. And it's likely that the maximum temperature are likely to be above normal by 2 to 4 degrees centigrade over most parts of East and Northeast India, and near normal or below normal by 2 to 3 degrees centigrade over rest parts of the country. And again, we are not expecting any heat wave over any part of the country during the week. So for any other updated information, kindly use our Mosam app, Damni app, and Meghdoot app. Also, you can utilize the IMD website at mosam.imd.gov.in for any updated information. We will again meet next week with a similar kind of information. Till then, have a wonderful time. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.